Communication is like oxygen to a relationship, or so the saying goes. In fact, poor communication is one of the major culprits behind relationship failures. A lack of effective communication between partners can chip away at a solid foundation over time. Psychotherapist Kate Diebler explains to Well and Good, people ignore uncomfortable communication, thinking that it will pass without being addressed, but this type of thinking and subsequent inaction can lead to years of avoiding issues that are ultimately hurting the relationship. Whether you're in a long-term committed partnership or 3 months into something new, bottling up your negative thoughts and feelings can seriously impact you and your partner. If anger, resentment, and miscommunication are left unchecked, they can completely dismantle a relationship.
Are you okay?
I'm fine.
You sure?
What's up? What do you want?
Many believe brushing off minor concerns is the best solution, but as licensed clinical psychologist Dr. Jessica Smedley tells Essence, difficult conversations, when done fruitfully and with love, can lead to better intimacy, relationship health, overall happiness, and investments in the future in the event children are involved, as it role models emotional resilience and love even when tough. What's more, during an exclusive interview with Glam earlier this year, licensed counselor Jeff Gunther advised that without effective communication, tension persists, leading to further conflict and mutual resentment. As these conflicts remain unresolved, with future arguments only fueling the fire, it breeds bitterness, contempt, and emotional exhaustion. Essentially, this produces an unhealthy cycle of unmet needs and can be challenging to address without external mediation, such as counseling.
You're being so much like your father.
Do not compare me to my father!
I didn't compare you to him. I said you were acting like him.
The common signs of poor communication skills often involve one or both partners shutting down, fleeing, or becoming overly defensive and angry. These 3 behavioral responses to stress and conflict require different methods of approach. For instance, attempting to communicate with a partner who shuts down while discussing an issue can be frustrating and ineffective. Trauma-informed psychotherapist Ludine Pierre explained to Mind Body Green, stonewalling is when, during an argument or disagreement, someone begins to shut down, withdraw from the conversation, and build a wall between themselves and the other person.
Hey, Johnny, it's me.
Go away.
Johnny, open the door, please. I want to talk.
In this case, sex therapist Michelle Herzog believes the best thing to do is walk away and give your partner a timeout. On the other hand, for someone who becomes defensive while arguing and instinctively gears up for a fight, it helps to take a step back to calm down and process your emotions before talking through the issue with your partner. Alternatively, some individuals feel the need to escape the situation whenever their partner raises a concern by ending the conversation, leaving the environment, or even terminating the relationship. In this case, learning to recognize and address this behavioral pattern will help someone who tends to flee at the first sign of conflict. As relationship therapist Vanessa Marin explained to Well and Good, the goal for communication should be understanding, not agreeing. Most couples think they're supposed to get to agreement, which can cause so many problems.
When something's bothering you, sometimes I should just say, I understand, instead of trying to fix it.
Building respect and understanding can improve communication in your relationship by helping you see where the other person is coming from. Simple ways to improve communication and acquire mutual understanding include learning to express yourself candidly, asking thoughtful questions, and listening attentively to your partner's concerns. Speaking to Healthline, clinical psychologist Shelley Sommerfeld reminds us, communication is important because it fosters trust and connection. In order to have an open, honest, and vulnerable relationship with our partner, we must be able to freely communicate in a healthy manner.
I am tired of having this fight. We have been having the same fight ever since we met.
Without healthy communication, there's less opportunity to create a sense of open intimacy between you and your significant other, and you lose the chance to build a deeper connection. And communicating with your partner doesn't have to be difficult.
How often do you have sex?
I don't understand the question.
Yeah, I'm lost. Is this a 1 to 10 thing?
For instance, using non-aggressive I statements, asking open-ended questions, and prioritizing time for vulnerable conversations are ways a struggling couple can repair their relationship. But changing your communication style takes work, and it's up to you to decide if the relationship is worth putting in the effort.